market conditions remaining bullish in this bull market, having a nice continuation here on Friday with some of the Fed chairman's discussion about rate cuts and sitting at a bull market rank at 25.13. That's sitting right here, starting to see that flatten out and curl back up. Seeing momentum also continuing to work in this bullish trending zone, and breadth really strengthening right here and moving back up into this upper end of this trending range. A good solid move in breadth, and sentiment still at the upper end of that range as well. And did see a big pop in buy-sell ratio move up to almost 2.96. You can see that starting to widen apart right here. So as we're getting this widening, this is giving us this higher buy-sell ratio, particularly when the green is above red. Let me increase that dot size just a little bit. Green is above red. That means that the buy-sell ratio is above 1 right here. You can see that line. Well, there's not really a line, but this range right here with this 1, anything above that, you're getting green above red, and that means that bulls are in charge when we see that happening. We're also seeing sentiment haven't had a bit of a pullback. A couple of days here is all, but above the 5.0 range, and seeing at 0.7, 0.68 on the sentiment trend location indices. We take a look at S&P 500, seeing strength right here now, and in the momentum zone, holding that 554 range, and we had some of that news and gapping higher. We'll see if we get some continuation. We've got that 565 range to deal with here, that upper end of that range on S&P 500. So this becomes our current range right here, really 554 to 565 for this week to really be focusing on S&P 500. We did also see a nice continuation here on bonds, TLT long bonds, which had an up day, slight day, but still containing in that momentum zone. So we want to see, as we've been discussing inflation, been talking about interest rates, been talking about recession now, we want to see bonds continue to move higher, and that means that interest rates will be moving lower. SHY also having a nice move here. Nice looking trend pattern here as well, where it's pulling back, find support at that 382 location, or excuse me, the 236 location, and then starting to move back to the upside. That's SHY. Let's take a look at sectors, and we're seeing some nice move here in sectors. We actually saw that energy iShare, which was holding up and kind of lagging right here, and that had a big pop with oil on Friday. Technology is still lagging here a little bit, but we're seeing everything in short-term uptrends. Now just about got everything in a bullish trend zone as far as the overall sectors are concerned. We're seeing some the same strength in commodities right here, with gold holding that range right here on this retracement pullback right here, and giving a little bit of a pop to the upside of 1.16% on Friday. Also saw silver moving back up into that bullish zone, and not quite up above the 236, but working in that direction. Some interest there in silver. And then USO, which had a big move on Friday. Really, it's deeply oversold right here, or at least in this current trend, and looking to be chopping. Maybe it's starting to reverse and head back to the upside. It's got some work to do, obviously, on USO. If we take a look at the muscle stocks group today, we're seeing BLND. You've got some tech names. You've got some finance names that are in here as well. A nice 7% move, moving back into the momentum zone. Really not a big increase in volume here. And on BLND, also seeing DAVE. We've seen a few of these names that were really high flyers early in the year. So because it's a 12-month time frame, they're still holding a pretty solid rank. We look at that 1-year time frame, then it gives a little bit better perspective of the strength we had. We had this weakness, a little bit of whipsaw right here, and some support inside of this corrective zone range, that 382 to 618. When stocks find some support in here after a decent retracement and start to move back up this other direction, they can find some footing here. Keep an eye on some of those names as well. Lending Tree also looking nice right here, even on the 6-month time frame. Good solid confirmation bar, nice increasing volume there as well. Some interesting names for you to consider today. That'll do it for today's update. Everyone have a fantastic day today.